All right, these are the notes on bacterial structure, and they were given this year on 130. Bacteria are the largest group of medically relevant microorganisms, and they come in three main shapes. The coccus shape, which is circular, the bacillus shape, which is ovular or pill-shaped or rod-shaped, and spiral, which, that's my attempt at a spiral. Common types of these are Streptococcus, that's what causes strep throat. Anthrax. Anthrax gained notoriety and infamy during the War on Terror. It was used as a biological weapon against soldiers in the Middle East. And spiral, Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori lives in the intestines of farm fowl, like chickens and ducks and geese, and can make you particularly sick. That's why you should cook your eggs thoroughly and wash them before you crack them. Remember, you can pause the notes at any point in time if I'm going too fast. Next page. Next page will be arts and crafts time with Mr. Lynch. So as we go through each particular structure, I will draw it on the bacteria. Here's our bacterial cell. This is the cell. This is like if you took a little slice out of the cell so you could see inside of it. This will be the exterior of the cell. This will be the interior of the cell. And bacterial cells are covered by polysaccharides, which allow these bacteria to bind to cells or to avoid phagocytosis, which is being eaten by our immune cells, like a macrophage or a dendritic cell or something like that. So this is a little polysaccharide chain. Polysaccharide just means many sugars. So those are all just little sugars bonded together. Next up we have flagella. Flagella are thin, rigid structures used for movement. You could think of it as a tail. Those little tails propel the bacteria through whatever structure they're on in order to help them move to avoid being eaten and to help infect other cells, or to meet up with another bacteria and exchange DNA through bacterial conjugation. So those are flagella. Cytoplasm, just like the cytoplasm in a human cell, contains water, enzymes, ribosomes, and circular DNA. So it contains less, but it does the same thing, provides an environment for those other things to survive. Here is the circular DNA. Circular DNA is not a perfect circle. The reason they call it circular DNA is because it doesn't have a beginning or an end like human DNA does. Human DNA is in strands. Bacterial DNA is attached in a circle form. Here are our little ribosomes. Ribosome is the site of translation, just like in humans. It is where that genetic material gets turned into proteins. Bacteria wouldn't be able to survive without the production of those proteins. Circular DNA, right there, holds the genetic material, just like our DNA holds our genetic material. Plasmids. This is something different than what humans have. A plasmid is additional genetic information that can be added to the main bacteria or transferred to other bacteria. The closest thing human beings have to plasmids is our mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA is only inherited from your mother, and it affects some traits in humans. Little plasmid, additional genetic information. And last, pili and fimbriae. They're like little hair structures all over the bacteria, and they aid in attachment to host cells and or to other bacteria in order for bacterial conjugation to occur. And these are the little pili and fimbriae. There is a difference between the two, but the differences are so minuscule we will refer to them interchangeably. One is a little longer than the other, but pili, fimbriae, the same for our intents and purposes. Those are the notes on bacterial structure. Come in if you have any questions.